Check 1, 2, mic check. Are you guys here? Can you guys see me? I think this is a better connection. You can hear me? All right, cool. Main screen. Let's go back over here. Let's go back to... Go back up here. Prior high. 2-penny high. Confirms the bull move to the upside. Trading now the bull side. We have the new high again. There's your second high. Looking for 607.43. Sorry about that. I had to reset my my router modem. No, she was already gone. She was leaving to pick up a child at school. Got the nice daily tag right here. This is the daily high right here. I'm going to bring it back down now, so be careful. 315, 230, 330 right there. I'm sure right now that all of the Condor openers or holders are closely watching where we are currently. We have R2 up here at 607.67. This 607.43, pay very close attention to it. We were talking about this one light last night, about how I did not like not touching it. It's right over here. There's a gap up here at 43. You can't see it right here, but it's here. There's a gap in here. You can see this is where they continue to sell right here. So this is going to be an important place or noteworthy place. It's put a snap a line on that one right there. We have more room to run though. We have 6090 on SPX should be the place that you get out of longs. It does not matter if we go above it and smash into 6100 or we break above 6100 and start to settle in there. It's very dangerous as we approach. Today, at least, it's very dangerous. As we approach that 6100, it gets easier to break out as we get into Friday and Monday if everything goes well. But be very careful as we approach that 6100. We're still locked into a range, technically, at this point. Even if we squeeze up right now and come straight back down into range. Yeah, we're all good. I'm having internet issues all morning. This morning my wife looked up. We had like intermittent internet, and so she did this like internet search for internet outages, and it said Detroit was having internet outages today. So we've been having issues with internet all day long, and I reset my shit every morning. I've got it on auto reset, so it's not a question of like, hey, I just needed to reset my modem and router. We do that every day anyways, or every morning at like 4 a.m. It's not that often. I have my lines are buried to the pole. They're buried. It's the most consistent internet that I can get where I live, and it is fiber. So When I used to have Comcast internet. It's a Comcast or Xfinity or whatever that is, and that shit was uber unreliable. If it was like if it just thought there was wind outside or there's a rainstorm or snowstorm, I would lose internet. The other thing that happened where I live here is the power was very unreliable. This year, it has not been. It's been its most reliable since I moved here. It was this year. I've had less power outages this year than I've had in many years. I'm assuming that we had so many power outages that they had to do so much repair infrastructure work that it's helped us. Or it's helped us to not have as many outages. From all the work they've had to do. My IP, I used to think it was. I think when I had. So I used to have a. I used to use the. When I first started out, I used the modem router that they gave you. And I eventually bought an ASUS router. And it's been phenomenal, like a high-end big boy router. And so now I got VPN from the modem router side. I've got, so I can bypass, for sure I can bypass whatever they're trying to look at. Maybe not the Five Eyes, but the provider, like ETT can't see shit. And I'm able to dedicate bandwidth and IP resets and stuff like that. So it's been much better once I got a kick-ass router. My service has improved, but there are crazy things like if I don't. The reason I have for you to comment. You have to be a subscriber, even though it's free. Like you have to click subscriber. It's because bots will overrun the show. I have had those issues. If I don't hit subscribe, if I don't every morning click force subscriber or force people to subscribe, then we get Russian bots and Chinese bots, and we get overrun with bot traffic. And I get overrun with on my I've got a screen that I can watch that shows who's trying to ping my IP address, and I'll get overrun with pings on my IP address. But it's been much better. So it's definitely not anything. I'm doing everything right to have a good internet service or quality of service. Yeah, try to shut down my IP. Winky was saying something that it could have been coming from Streamlabs. That maybe Streamlabs was having issues. That's possible too. But I had other internet issues this morning without using Streamlabs, so I don't think it's Streamlabs. But Winky suggested that it's possible. My wife told me it had something to do with Microsoft. She was like, "There's an ATT outage that has something to do with Microsoft." I don't know if Microsoft has servers or something. I didn't think Microsoft had ATT servers here in Detroit, but that's what she said to me this morning. So. So I'm going to look at NBIS. And this was a request from Harry in the Pro channel to look at this. We looked at it last night. Just note up here that here, I'm going to tell you this. Hold on a second here. So I want you to know we're coming into our first resistance. Right there, okay? What do I got here on NBIS? NBIS operates a technology company that engages in building full-stack infrastructure to service global AI industry. I talked to you about this earlier. GPU clusters, cloud platforms, tools for and services for devs. They also comprise Tulaka AI, a data partner for various stages of generative AI development. I'm reading some stuff about DeepSeek right now. Watch that big yellow bar right there, okay? Watch that big yellow bar right there. Coming into it right now, I said it was higher, but it could be like right here. What you're looking for is looking for a breakout. Something like that. So NBIS, I think we've covered that. This company looks. I thought we had covered this company. I was reading about them just now, and I'm like, man, I thought we went to their website once before. NBIS. Now, I looked at them last night, and I like the company. They bottomed down at $14. This looks a lot to me. This looks a lot to me like INTC. How they bottomed looks like INTC. And the scary part about this company is they traded $13.88 on a low. This would be a good example of a company like INTC where it's trading $20 and there was one more capitulation leg down. So if you look on your charts at home or in your office, check out NBIS in that last capitulation downside move, and they ripped down to I think $13.88 in a capitulation move. That's exactly what my fare is on INTC, that last leg down. Now they've been recovering, and they've been range bound as well. They had that last vicious drop back on the 23rd of February 23rd of 2022. And think about that. They went to $14. It says here they went to $14. I said 13 something. Here it says it was $14. So $14.33. And it took from February of 2022 to today to slam into $43.23. Pretty good run, though, right? Couple of years, 400% markup. Pretty good, right? Now the question becomes: can NBIS turn around to the upside? Can they revert? Can they begin to break out at some point? But I want you to think more importantly about the fact that market makers bought this company at $14 and they traded it to a high of $43. Now, there have been buyers that have stepped in. Buyers, they hit the first time they hit 38.75. They had buyers step in at 25.38. They had on uptrend buyers step in again at 24.41. And the question becomes, hey, we're trading 32.14 right now. Can we get up and over and possibly clean up all of these gaps on high? They've got gaps at 53.76, and they have a giant gap at $81.08. Currently, this company is trading $32. So, the thesis here is, can we get 80 out of it? Can we outperform the stock market, the S&P 500 with this ticker? There's phases to AI and what the banks are longing right now, and the phasing of AI, the AI bubble or development on Wall Street. This chart looks great. It's got a little bit of a bear flag here. I would be trying to buy this trend. Currently, it's at $4. There is a gap down below at 22.69. You could set some alerts down there for like $20, $25 in that range if it comes back down to long. Their financials on what I'm looking at here, their news looks good. Their financials look. Let me look again. Let's look closer on this stuff here. Their rev growth is slowing. Their rev forecast is high. Let me look one other place here. Their revs have been monster, but their earnings have been kind of dog shit. Now, one thing I don't like about companies like this is that they're built, I guess they got a service, but they got a lot of costs associated with what they're doing. If you do a comparison between revs and earnings, the revs were $8 billion. An increase, their 2023 revs were $8.9 billion. An increase of 24.34% compared to the previous year, $7.16 billion. But their earnings were $221 million. That was a decrease of 59%. So these guys are like cash. They got a lot of money running through their company for very low margins. Well, that's insane, right? So I would say they've got mixed financials. I like this is me because I don't pay attention a lot to my stonks, but I'm always looking for good fundamentals, so I don't have to look at them. If you trade stocks, let's say one like all Mag 7's up and one Mag 7's down on a bad report, you go to the one that's down, right? So that it can outperform when it eventually turns to the upside. Microsoft is one of those companies today. So just be aware that their fundamentals are okay. I would prefer to buy it on a low, although right now it looks like it's good on a low. The weekly trigger is turning up and the daily trigger is turning up on it. On its velocity, quarterly looks like kind of like crappy. It's okay. No, I should say it's turning up. It's turning up. Well, monthly's turning up too. Weekly's turning up, but daily looks like shit. It does not look that good. So there could be a pullback on this ticker, at least check here. Like hourly looks like shit on this. Daily is a little long in the tooth. You might get a bump. Let me just check this one thing right here. Let me check on their earnings. Their earnings are on February 20th, which I do like because they look like they've got a pump left in them, but not. But I don't think it's permanent. I think they get a bump and then a dump into their ER, and then it comes back and it has the breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then a corrective move. SPOO's climbing now, trading 606.42 into 330. Also trading into R3 at 606.60. SPX attempting to make a breakout. We're trading right now 6085.18. We are close to a top right now. So watch out for a top here. We're within just a few ticks of 6090. If we trade from 6090 to 6100, it's dangerous. Don't be should have instigated this down here. All right, everyone's getting long in here. We'll be starting longs. Take some off as we come in here. You could leave a few runners on to grab this 607.43, but don't be starting new longs here. It's pretty dangerous. Now, NBIS. It looks like you've got one more pump. You're just underneath the daily trigger. Your hourly looks like shit. But I think you close that gap to the upside. Oh, wait, one. Gotta count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, and then up again. Okay, right there. I think this is their earnings. You're going to run it up into their earnings and then sell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that right there. Hold on. Can we scoot this thing up? Just one more poke up here, maybe? Get one more slip up here for Apple ER. Let's get like one more squizzy up here. I just posted the chart for NBIS. This is the chart that we did for you for Apple last Friday. This was, if you recall, I said to you that Apple would bloodbath down, which it did. And that it would come back up, which it did. And then I said to you what? Coming into their earnings, I said to you that I think it bloods. I didn't have an opinion on will we squeeze here. Like I didn't really have an opinion on what this is, but I do think that whatever it is, that it comes back down. Now, the big question here is when it comes down into February, do we escape and move up? This here is the bloodbath in the market. This is where we trade like 62 on SPY. I don't think that happens, but you need to be aware of it. I need you to be aware of market conditions, that this is the jump point in here. Okay? This is a very critical level. You get me? It needs to be held, and it actually held in this bloodbath, which is good to see. That leads me to believe that we're not going to do the downside move in Apple. But I have to impress upon you something here. I've said this before. I got to say it to you again, okay? Just for shits and giggles. This is beautiful. This is your jump point. Right? Get a nice little ER, come back down, escape. We're out of here. Yeehaw. Everybody's happy. If we get any oh, look at SPY. If we get anything fucking crazy, we wake up one day next week, 2 weeks from now, and they're like, fuck you. That we don't trade 82 in SPY, we trade 62, and then we're off and running. So make those plans for yourself here. Make those fucking plans for yourself. Make sure you have a hedge on, even if they burn, because you're gonna make the money back over here if they don't burn. If they burn, you're still gonna get paid. Rule of law this year is volatility, so be aware of it. Oh my God, SPY. What the fuck did they do to you? Are my puts printing again? I gotta check my puts. Hold on. Oh my God, my SPY puts, what are they doing for tomorrow? Fucking A, baby. How are my SPY puts doing? Yes! 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 Look at that. Let's go back to the main screen really quick. Fuck yeah, baby! Yes! 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 Knee jerking it! Woo! Trump tariffs! Captain Jim James, why are you always focusing on Trump? I didn't focus on Biden. Yes! I hope the fuck whoever said that was fucking long futures and just got fucking fucked in the ass. Yes! I love revenge! Now I know how it feels to be a bear. Wow, my puts went up in some value there. You guys are scared, huh? Panic at the Disco once again. We're hanging on by a string right here. I don't see anything. What's that book map doing? Let's go look at book map. Oh, what's going on, SPY? What are you doing? What, fucking hanging on by a thread, bro. There ain't shit down there. Oh, whoa, whoa. Wobbly stock market. Wobbly stock. Jesus. Fuck is going on over there? Pull your pants up, SPY. I'm so mean. Yes. What did I say? Sam, what did I tell him? I said, do not instigate any new positions above that yellow box right there. Yes. Oh, yeah. Blood it. Die, SPY. Die. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Trade 602. Meanwhile, John Allen fucking Condor like, yeah. Yes. Yes. You fucking bulls all day long have been out there fucking with me. Just kidding. Meanwhile, Chase buys puts right here. Thank God I got back on stream to fucking tell you fucks to get out of Yellow Box. Just in time, huh? Yes. I'm so fucking happy right now. I'm sorry. That's gloat. Fuck yeah, baby. Oh man. All right. Off the fuck, all the fuckery aside, okay? all right. So here we go. Let's get some sober stuff going on. Okay, what do we got here? Somebody said Trump tariffs. Let's see what we got here. We read some what's going on here, okay? Oh, we got seasonality remains favorable until February 16th. Scotty Rubner. What else we got here? I'm missing some of the news today. Let me get some of the news here. In one moment here. I'm going to turn the news on. Oh, shit. So here we go. Trump team considers Treasury or budget office to oversee CFPB. Trump to announce Canada and Mexico tariffs because of fentanyl. Dollar fucking moons. S&P 500 fucking bloodbath. Trump reiterates that the first Canada and Mexico tariffs are coming Saturday. Trump We have all the lumber we need. Fuck yeah, Michigan, baby. Fucking Michigan lumber. Now, I got to say something. It's good. Believe it or not, it's good that you're getting this announcement now. Okay, hear me out here. You're not getting this announcement on Sunday. You're not long into Monday. He's telling you before. That's good. Believe it or not. Now, what does that mean? This price action is likely going to come back.
Market on close imbalance.
Turn this off for a minute.
Voice news disconnected.
I'm going to tell you something. There ain't no fucking way that hedge funds and banks are going to fucking allow this market to just crash. But I'm going to warn you of something. They're going to try to exit in orderly fashion. So be careful of that. At least the next day or two, okay? Because they're going to price that shit in. So, but we're not going down immediately, okay? They're not going to allow that to happen. They're not going to blood the market. Banks are going to fucking go bankrupt. Fucking hedge funds go bankrupt on that shit. They already knew this shit was coming. So this is more, and I want to, if you're paranoid, I want to let you know something, seriously. Being dead serious here. Tariffs of 25% on China and Canada will not impact our stock market. Do not go on FinTwit. Do not go on Reddit. Do not go on anywhere else. Don't read the newspaper. Do not read CNBS. Don't be on Bloomberg TV because they're going to tell you that. They're going to be like, oh shit, economy's fucked. Don't believe that. Don't do it. There are so many concessions, and you guys don't understand how many tariffs are on us as a country. They can absorb these tariffs. You understand? I want you to know this. There are major tariffs on us. Concessions or sanctions on us as a country that 25% is not that big of a deal. I want you to also know that presidents have been putting these tariffs on for years. All of them. And none of them have removed these tariffs. Biden didn't remove even Trump's tariffs. Biden's like Trump light. You guys, they don't tell you that, but that's the truth. So what I want you to know is this is knee-jerk. Told you this earlier today, right? Knee-jerk reaction to tariffs. So please, if you don't believe me, if you do not believe me, give me one moment and I will get you an explainer on it. This is the only explainer you need. Only. This is if you are a crayon eater, if you are the kind of guy who isn't even trusted with round crayons, it's all coming back. All that shit's coming back. Trust me, it's all coming back up there. If you don't trust, or if you don't believe me, if you like, and you're like, but Cap, they only give me diamond crayons, Cap, so they don't roll off the table. I don't even understand your crayon drawings, Cap. Well, I've got what you need. And this is the only trustworthy source that I've found about tariffs. Now, I went to school for business. I don't know a lot about tariffs, but I know some stuff about tariffs. And I want you to know that this guy is the closest thing that I can recall from my schooling. Closest thing I can find to what I was taught when I was in school. So you can read that. I'm posting it in YouTube right now. I'm going to post it on Twitch right now. Please, please, please do yourself a solid. Do yourself a favor and read these things. Very important that you read these fucking things. This guy is a very smart man. He's much smarter than you and I. And I would put him up against anyone out there with data. Anybody you like, anywhere, I'd put him up against him. This guy's right more than he's wrong by like 90% of the time. So I pay attention to him. And This guy's right, man. I'm telling you. This guy burns down. This guy like rips the clothes off people every day. They were spinning that bullshit about the long-term yield, that it was negative. It wasn't. We fucking moved up. Everyone's selling stories and bullshit. So check this guy's article out. This is basics about tariffs. Please read the fucking article. It's like, and then read the comment section. Read the comments. This guy doesn't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, or nothing. He shits all over you for all that bullshit you're told. SPY recovering again. Into the close for the initial, what do we call it? Knee-jerk reaction to the downside. Now, if you need to exit and pull your shitty underwear off, do it now. As we return to the scene of the crime, you would want to, if you're bullish, you want to see a new high and then continuation to get long again. Here is your chance to exit right here. This is fucking great. I fucking love my life. I need to do some self-promotion. I never do self-promotion. I need to do that shit. We're going to talk Apple here in just a minute. We'll go back to Apple and talk about Apple. Fucking love it. Oh, man. Yeah, we're in the Discord talking about closing puts at the bottom tick. At the bottom tick. And I just told you we returned to the scene of the crime too, didn't I? And it did, didn't it? Go back and rewind the tape. I just gave out discount codes today. I'll tell you that. How about this? Do this, okay? Sign up for a subscriber level for 1 month. I think it's $28 or something, $30. We have like trading bots in there and shit. We've got like unusual whales, trading ticks. Just that alone is worth the money. With that, you get charts with manipulatable charts with the triggers and the velocity on it. You get Discord access. You get premium bots. You get a newsletter every night. If you don't like it, in 1 month, cancel your subscription. Send me an email and say, fuck you, I hate you. You suck balls. I want my money back. And I'll give it to you back, okay? I'll refund you your money. Do that right now. I don't have any codes right now. I had 3 earlier this morning. I don't have any more right now. But if you sign up right now and you say, hey, Cap, I did it. I don't fucking like you. You're fucking wrong all the time. Your community sucks and the tools aren't worth it. The price. But you can cancel you can cancel your Gamma subscriptions. You can cancel your Unusual Whale subscriptions. You can cancel your whatever, your Tradie Tick shit. All those subscriptions you can cancel. We do updates on futures. We trade. We do Globex futures, cash markets, stocks, you name it. Currency pairs. We give you updates on every fucking stock in Mag 7 twice a day. Every fucking stock. That's Pro Trader, but we do it all. We give you 2 updates on futures twice a fucking day for all indexes. YM, RTY, NQ, ES. And if you're only signing up as a subscriber, all you got to do is say, hey, man, you're a pro trader. Can you get me the chart for ES tonight or NQ? We give 1 hour outlooks, 4 hour, 1 day, and weekly time frame outlooks. We give outlooks for the whole fucking quarter and update them as we go. Fuck yeah, baby. Nice job, B-Money. Okay, now let's talk. We're going to do something with Apple here. We're going to watch Apple report here. And we got to talk about Apple in particular.
So while we're waiting for Intel's fourth quarter earnings, at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, we get Visa's first quarter 25 earnings.
I will draw this again.
$2.66, estimated revenue at $9.35 billion.
So we have all the lumber that we need. But give me one quick second here. Okay, so this is Apple, okay? We want to talk about Apple, okay, in particular. I've got the count on Apple going 1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or it could be counted like 1, down there, 2, and 3. And you could be looking at this like 1, right? You got your impulse move, right? Pull back down.
So seeing Intel's earnings coming through.
Let's check Intel, I guess, first. We'll come back to this.
A beat on estimates of 12 cents.
We have a guy here that's long calls.
That's a beat on estimates of $13.81 billion. Adjusted gross margin, 42.1%, a beat on estimates of 39.5%. Intel Foundry revenue, $4.5 billion, matching estimates. Adjusted operating margin, 9.6%, a beat on estimates of 4.12%. Client computing revenue, $8.02 billion, a beat on estimates of $7.88 billion. Data center and AI revenue, $3.39 billion, a beat on estimates of $3.37 billion.
We've got Intel going up and then down, then over, by the way, if you want to know. I can't find the chart for some reason.
On the prior,
we've got Intel, we've got INTC going up.
They see
down,
adjusted EPS
up,
at 0
like that.
Cents on prior estimates of 8 cents. They see first quarter adjusted gross margin 36% on the prior estimate of 30.
I can't find the Intel chart anywhere for some reason.
Intel doesn't provide an update on CEO search in the earnings release.
Intel, let's see if we can find anything here.
Demand was pulled in ahead of tariffs. But notes that leaders say they are taking prudent approach in the forecasts.
Intel went to a low of 1950.
Data centers chips will take a bit of time.
Trade in 1960. One of our members here is long Intel here for January calls. INTC Q4 2024 earnings. EPS, adjusted EPS 13 cents. Estimate was 8 cents. Good job. Revs 11.7 billion to 12.78 billion. They scraped by with 12.85 billion. That's good. Intel coming back now. Did you add down there for 2027 calls, by the way? Oh, you couldn't. It's after the bell. They didn't give you the chance to buy those calls, did they? And they hit their downside target on S5 for the day today. Their downside target, almost a pure exact pin strike, by the way, down there.
We're now shortly expecting Visa's first quarter 25 earnings.
Dude has trading view for sure. Who, Trump? Did you see that? Did you? Oh, did you see that? Yeah, INTC went down to their intraday our S5 too. Talking monkey. Yeah, baby, go back up. Come on, Intel. Intel's going fucking wild right now. We looked at Intel this morning. We were like, like they make a downside move and then rip. The good news for those spreads is you might not get the impact because it's after the close. You're not having to deal with it with an option repricing unless they were fucking with them and the fucking gremlins are in here, maybe. We're going to have to check INTC call spreads tomorrow for 2026. I bet you that who did was that Nolan that had those calls? Was that Owen or Ann that had those calls? One of those guys had those calls. I bet they're on the floor right now with all this price action. Crawling up the wall right now. I told him to shut his fucking laptop. I bet you he opened it. Oh man. Was it Nolan? I do show my trades. Who is this? Who's this fucking retard? Who is this fucking guy? Who's Juan? Hey Juan, you want to see my trades? I show my trades. Do you ever want to see my trades? What do you want to see? You want to see my portfolio?
$63.8 billion.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see, Juan? What date do I have on my puts?
EPS at $2.58.
Who's this Juan guy? Is this someone that doesn't like me?
$2.75. That's a beat on estimates of $2.
Oh, John, is your name John or Juan? Is it John?
Revenue at $9.5 billion. A beat on estimates of $9.341 billion. Net income $5.1 billion.
Oh, I gotta put $1 in the regard jar, don't I?
And Visa adjusted net income at
we have a message for Juan. We probably pissed him off at some point, huh?
$8 billion.
It's probably a burner account. Is it? Do you think it's Jimmy? Maybe he's mad or something. Or do you think it's Quinn? Maybe. Hey, is this Quinn? What's up, bitch? It's got to be Quinn, right? Yeah, Jimmy would be doing all caps, wouldn't he?
Visa first quarter cross-border volumes at a constant currency plus 16%.
Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Juan. I got you. Hold on, Juan. Hold on.
As well.
That's not. There we go. There we go. Hold on 1 second here. Juan's like, show your account so that I can steal it from you. Hold on 1 second, Juan. I got you. INTC trading 20.41. Trump, China's going to end up paying a tariff as well. So he threw China in there with Canada and Mexico. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to respond to a chat real quick.
So Visa sees second quarter net revenue growth a high single to low double digits.
INTC trading off of its daily trigger right now are at $20.50. INTC with a major high there. 20 had a high of 20.66 off daily trigger. I wonder if Nolan's going to get out of that trade or not. I don't know. He can't right now, can he?
And Visa sees high single-digit EPS growth in
the early high wasn't until 401.
Do you want to stay up to date with the latest and be on the bleeding edge of news for non-farm payrolls? Then sign up today and get our special offer of Financial Juice Pro for a year's worth of our service for the price of 1 month and save 92%.
SPY rolling down right now in after hours. I gave you a chance to get an exit here. Here's Apple on a 1 minute. INTC Q4 2024 earnings. I'm going to read those off to you one more time. INTC Q4 2024 earnings. Adjusted EPS 13 cents. Estimate was 12 cents. Revs 14.26 billion. Estimate was 13.81 billion. Data center and AI revs 3.39 billion. Estimates 3.37 billion. Client computing, so there's a beat there. Client computing revenue 8.028 billion. Estimate was 7.88 billion. So that's a beat. Operating margin 9.6. Estimate 4.12. Intel Foundry revs 4.5 billion, estimate 4.5, in line. Adjusted gross margin 42.1%. The estimate was 39.5%. C's first quarter adjusted EPS of 0. The estimate was 8 cents. C's first quarter revs 11.7 billion to 12.78 billion. The estimate was 12.8 billion, 8.5. C's first quarter adjusted gross margins 36%. The estimate was 39%. Apple bleeding down into the close here. They're still range bound right now. Let's talk Apple really quick. Did I do this on Hot Stocks or did I do it on? Give me a minute here. I gotta change layouts. What am I looking for here? How do I change that out? If you're bullish here on Apple, after the bell, I want you to pay very close attention to this left side here. This is your jump point down here. If we get like Trump tariff knee-jerk shit over the weekend, watch out for that. But if you're a bull and you're looking for the escape, here would be preferable. So you get the inverse head and shoulders here. You get a down move support. And we have the escape trade. The one thing that I'm fearful here of is if this comes down, if we get like Trump tariff bullshit, and the real low is down here, like 212. We did hit a low of 218. If you recall, I had said to you I'd like to buy 218 with like 30% of funds. And then if I need to go down here and buy 200 and 212. This was before we made the dump down here. If you recall, we were actually up here. And everyone thought we were going to escape, and instead they blasted us down. Same thing applies on this right side here. If you're bullish, you want to see this weekly trigger hold here. So like you get Trump bullshit, you get like bad PCE or bad data next week. You don't want to see price go any lower than 229.39. On daily velocity, this is where the danger lies. On weekly velocity, danger, like the daily velocity looks great. Let me show you this. So daily velocity looks great here to come up, have a good ER, but the real danger is this right here. Like we need closing weeks for Apple. Like we need like this Friday's close to be on a high for Apple. We don't want to see new closing lows for Apple. If we do, that's how we trade that 210, 200, 212, excuse me, 212, 200, something like that. So pay very close attention to this kind of shit in the next coming weeks. You'll want to be paying attention to their ER today as well. On a 30-minute basis, neutral. On a daily basis, bullish. So expecting Apple ER to be good today, even though they're weak into this close right now. If they have a good ER, target 250. $251.02. Bad ER 225.63. Like save the market Apple.
At 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we get Apple's first quarter 25 earnings. Estimated EPS at $2.35. Estimated.
That's who it was. Your wife's boyfriend.
Billion.
Hold on 1 second. Your wife's boyfriend. Oh, that's right. That's Nolan. I'm reading the comments right now in Discord. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm not watching the screen here. What time is Apple ER report coming out? $4:30. We got 7 minutes left until the report. Give me a second here. I'm going to bring up Apple. Hold on. See if we can bring up Apple's book map here. I pay for the whole fucking thing. I just never put anything else on the screen. I always forget that I'm putting stuff. This is Apple, by the way. Oh, look at that. They got that fucking... They got a giant bar down there for a dip buy at 220. Even lower than the 226 target to the downside. Let's go look down here. So here's Apple. That's where these buyers are right here.
Eastern time, we get Apple's first quarter 25 earnings. Estimated EPS at $2.35 and estimated revenue at $124.1 billion.
Hold on a second here. Can I bring this down? I don't see much sell side on the upside on this. Upside target 260. There are sellers at 260, 255, and 250 on Apple. This is also their prior high is at 260.01. Four minutes left until Apple returns. It says they're buyers at 20.
Shortly expecting Apple's earnings.
Protect your trades from macro headline risk with Financial Juice Pro. Now only $99 a year for our real-time service.
Someone just asked in the Discord about Bookmap. They're not that reliable with their order blocks. They're okay. There's a large order block at hold on, let me check. At 220, there's a large order block, but that doesn't mean that that's the only order block. They're not that reliable. Like you see, like here's one right here in cash market. This is 215. It's not there right now. In after hours, SPY bleeding right now.
Apple's earnings coming through. EPS $2.40. A beat on estimates of $2.35. Revenue $124.3 billion. That's a beat on estimates of $124.1 billion. Service revenue $26.34 billion. A beat on estimates of $26.1 billion. iPhone revenue $69.14 billion. A miss on estimates of $71.04 billion. Greater China revenue $18.51 billion. A miss on estimates of $21.57 billion. Wearables, homes, and accessories $11.75 billion. A miss on estimates of $11.95 billion. Mac revenue, $8.99 billion, a beat on estimates of $7.94 billion. iPad revenue, $8.09 billion, a beat on estimates of $7.35 billion. Products revenue, $97.96 billion, a miss on estimates of $98.02 billion. Total operating...
Dude, I hate these fucking... Why can't you just do
estimates of 15
EPS and revs these days? Like, I can't stand all these other fucking... I can't stand it.
So Fed Bank Term Funding Loans, $213 million in the week ended January 29th, after $247 million. And Fed Discount Window Loans, $3.2 billion in the week ended January 29th, after $3.09 billion. Apple maintains a cash dividend of 25 cents a share on the estimate of 25 cents a share.
Does PCE save the market?
Apple shares rise 2%.
Jay Powell yesterday said that those numbers likely are bad. Thanks, Make Sim. Appreciate it. Okay, so Trader Boo. Are you in the Discord and can't see anything? If you can see, if you're in the Discord but cannot see anything, there's a rules channel and a support channel. We offer 24-hour support in the support channel. You can open a ticket there. Just say, "Hey, this is Trader Boo. I can't see anything," or click on the rules channel, and you need to like checkbox that you agree to all the rules, that you'll play nice with each other. You do that, and you then all of a sudden everything should pop up. SPY with a high target of 246, a low target of 235 so far. You just submitted a ticket? All right, I'll get on it right now. Hold on. Still no movement being digested. All right. I don't know if we're going to see any movement today. One thing I'm going to leave you with for tomorrow is this. Jerome Powell in the presser stated that PCE was ugly or not good. I think I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but something to that effect. Be careful tomorrow. Stay hedged in the market. I think we go higher, of course, heading into once we get up away from all this volatility. You remember February 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, we start to see that right tail to the right and up. Make sure you stay hedged and through the weekend. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow at 9:30, baby. Trader Boo, I'm gonna look into it right now for you, brother. I'm looking at